In the vast silence of deep space, a machine older than most satellites continues to murmur back to Earth. Voyager 1, launched in 1977, was never expected to speak again. Its cameras have long been deactivated, and its instruments are slowly deteriorating, yet in late 2024, something unexpected occurred. A routine transmission arrived, seemingly filled with standard plasma readings, but hidden within the data, the numbers didn't act like random noise. An AI system flagged the packet for further review. What followed shocked everyone: a string of prime numbers, perfectly spaced, then came structured waveforms. Then language. The fragments were chilling. The AI interpreted them. Echo read, beware, these weren't random. They weren't natural. They certainly weren't man-made. Voyager was originally built to explore, but now it may have become something else entirely: a receiver, a transmitter, perhaps even a warning post. And as more scientists studied the data, one question echoed louder than the rest: who or what is speaking? And why now? Because whatever is behind this signal, it isn't finished. Voyager isn't silent anymore. The scene opens cold. The steady hum of Voyager fills the screen. Plasma wave static ripples alongside digital bleeps, familiar yet ominous. Then an AI voice interrupts. Voyager wasn't supposed to send this. It's a warning. The tension is immediate and palpable. You're no longer watching raw data, you're witnessing an alert. Visually, we shift to the silhouette of the spacecraft drifting through a starfield, its antenna angled toward deep space. On the HUD, streams of data flow, wave spikes, timestamps, and then a rhythmic flashing of prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. The pattern isn't arbitrary. It feels intentional, purposeful. The tone sharpens. Has Voyager sent this signal? Or did it receive something it wasn't designed to catch? A teaser flashes across the screen. Tonight, we explore something no one anticipated. The urgency is real. This isn't just science, it's a thriller. And the implications are unsettling. Voyager, meant only to observe, is now behaving like a messenger for something unknown. Static has become signal, and once that transformation occurs, everything changes. This wasn't a mission update. What arrived was something stranger. Pulse of Mystery, a 47-year-old spacecraft, running mostly on radioactive decay, began to speak in prime-numbered bursts. Engineers listened, AI interpreted, and suddenly, a wandering relic from the dawn of space exploration was transmitting structured signals. But for what purpose? Voyager 1 was launched in 1977 aboard a Titan Centaur rocket, with a mission to explore the gas giants Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. It captured some of the most iconic images in space history. But after 1990, its cameras were turned off to conserve power. From then on, Voyager transitioned into twilight mode. No more pictures, only instruments measuring dust, heat, and magnetic waves. In 2012, it left the heliosphere and officially entered interstellar space. Since then, it has been quietly sending back plasma wave and magnetic field data. Scientists expected its voice to fade gradually. But instead, Voyager kept talking unexpectedly, persistently. What's important to remember is that Voyager wasn't designed to receive complex transmissions or encode messages. Its radio chirps, its instruments observe, autonomy is limited. And yet, anomalies kept surfacing. This sets the stage: a decaying explorer, still transmitting far beyond its original mission. And when patterns start to emerge in its data, the only logical response is to listen, because in even the simplest signals, meaning can hide. And when that meaning repeats, it suggests intention. By the end of 2024, Voyager's hum took on a new dimension. It wasn't just a background signal anymore, it pulsed like a heartbeat. A regular, deliberate rhythm of prime numbers. Jet Propulsion Laboratory Systems noticed a strange spike, a rhythm, a signal with prime intervals: 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, repeating over an 18-day cycle. It didn't look like cosmic noise. At first, engineers dismissed it. Interstellar space is chaotic. solar wind echoes, magnetic shocks, radiation. But this was different. The signal was structured. It repeated over several weeks. By early 2025, it returned again and changed. Technicians grew uneasy. This isn't natural, someone whispered. Harmonics that precise don't come from malfunctioning instruments. So the question surfaced, was Voyager sending this or was it receiving? That's when AI stepped in. A neural network trained on decades of plasma and radio wave data flagged something new. Precise prime sequences 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, then came the fragments plasma bursts shaped like language. One early message read, "Echo, read, beware." This was no longer science alone. It became a question of intent. When the anomaly first appeared, it was strange. When it repeated, it became eerie. JPL's advanced AI systems, deep learning quantum models trained on Voyager's complete telemetry history, were deployed not to decode a message, but to rule one out. Thousands of simulations were run. The AI considered every possibility: radiation interference, faulty sensors, corrupted memory. None fit. Then, in the midst of the noise, a pattern emerged. Precise frequency modulations repeated at fixed intervals. What looked like vibration was revealed to be structured data. As analysis deepened, the signal unfolded. Using models similar to natural language processing, the AI began clustering data segments. Initially, it resembled digital noise, but then word-like forms appeared. Not human language exactly, but repeated structures with identifiable boundaries. And syntax, the most common fragment, appeared across multiple pulses. Eventually, one decoded clearly, "Echo, read, beware." Silence fell across the JPL control room. 2 days later, another pulse arrived clearer, bolder, repeating the same 3 words. Engineers realized these weren't random symbols. The message had rhythm, pacing, structure, and meaning. Wasn't just in the content, it was in the delivery. Prime-numbered harmonic pulses, spaced perfectly, deliberate, and impossible to ignore. Voyager was no longer just transmitting, it had become a conduit. An ancient probe had opened a hidden data channel. Within days, the AI uncovered additional fragments. Still partial, still garbled, but undeniably repeating, "Echo, read, beware." Scientists were cautious in calling it a message, but linguists began dissecting the data. The structures were syllabic, organized, deliberate. What unsettled them most wasn't the vocabulary, it was the tone. Beware wasn't passive. It was a directive, urgent, commanding. But from whom, and about what? Some speculated the signal wasn't meant for Earth at all, but a relic, an ancient echo, bouncing across the void, caught by Voyager like a tuning fork. Others proposed a more disturbing possibility: someone was using Voyager as a transmitter, a slow-band communication platform. Not electromagnetic, not high-frequency, but deep-wave messaging. SETI researchers were stunned. If real, this meant not just contact, but a warning. "Don't proceed, don't ignore this." One expert said. Some scientists pushed back. Perhaps the AI had found patterns in noise, but the repetitions kept coming. The message was consistent, the signal was persistent. And it wasn't done yet. Real-time monitoring began. Every pulse, every fragment was logged. Something or someone was still speaking. The vocabulary grew. If this was a code, it was slowly being broken. And the biggest question now wasn't just what the signal meant, but whether it was a conversation or a countdown. The moment "beware" appeared in the decoded output, scientific consensus fractured. At NASA, at JPL, around the world, linguists, physicists, AI researchers, and government agencies debated the implications. Was this data corruption, or something far stranger? Linguists noted that while the fragments didn't match any known language, they behaved like language, structured, repeating, suggestive of meaning. SETI experts were cautious but intrigued. This is signal architecture. One consultant saw it: prime numbers, harmonic spacing. Not Earth technology. Still, many warned against overinterpretation. If it's a message, It could be ancient. If real-time, someone's watching, every system on Voyager was checked. No power fluctuations, no data rerouting, no memory errors. Hardware was stable. The probe wasn't sending this on its own. This is either the most profound breakthrough or the most complex false positive in history, one researcher remarked. Some warned if it's a warning, we should listen but not respond. Others insisted on urgency. We need to understand this before something else arrives. Earth, outwardly calm, buzzed with tension behind closed doors. To grasp what might be happening, scientists looked to history. This wasn't the first strange signal. In 1977, the WOW signal shocked astronomers, a 72-second burst of unexplained energy, never repeated. It was a shout. Voyager's signal was a whisper. In 1974, Earth sent out the Arecibo message binary encoded data about humanity aimed at the M13 star cluster. It was a gesture, a long shot. Maybe now we were receiving a reply. The Voyager Golden Record carried aboard the probe contained greetings in 55 languages, music, and Earth's biological signature. But perhaps what we were now receiving was their version of a time capsule, less about culture, more about caution. If the signal truly came from another intelligence, what was its origin? Theories abounded. Some suggested a temporal echo, a message bent across curved spacetime, like a voice shouting through a cosmic canyon. Others believed Voyager had intercepted an alien warning beacon, placed to keep explorers away from something dangerous.